What's up, everyone? You know who I am. I'm Jack Slater, the comic outlaw. Yeah. And we were in the middle of Hawk Month, and I was in the middle of editing since I have no editing group, producers, or anything like that. I don't have some pretty girl with her hanging low and able to give you comic information in 2 spoonfuls of something else. So, lightning came, boom, everything I was working on, including the cord. Poof! Gone. So that was a lot of fun. So, I'm going to finish the last part of World War Hulk. I'm going to finish the She-Hulk series, which I planned on doing anyways. And then we're going to do some other stuff this month. I don't want to spoil the surprise. But, of course, we're going to go back to the Fantastic Four. I want to get to issue 100 at least. We're going to do some other stuff like that. We're going to have a few Funko openings. We're going to have a few movie reviews. We're going to be going back into that. And let's see. Oh, yes. I had an interesting conversation with a friend of mine a few weeks ago. As we were talking, and I brought up the idea, is it better to be judged by 12 or carried by 6? Very interesting numbers, right? They're both even. I know most people like even numbers. And I thought, it's kind of hard because people would want to live and be judged by 12. But my thing is, who are the 12 motherfucking people? Do they understand? Where are they from? You see, in the life a supervillain leads, you think 12 normal people are going to fucking understand? You think 12 normal people are going to care? All they seem to understand is the shit that they put on TV, which isn't much. This man is guilty, period. Or they use their own racisms, their own insecurities to judge. And nobody lives forever anyways. It's a terrible secret in life. And I might as well just tell you now, one day you're gonna fucking die. One day I'm gonna die. Just the way it is. So it depends on how you want to live. Because eventually, no matter how long of a road you're on, you're carried by 6. Or thrown in the dumpster. Or, turned into ashes and sprinkled out in the lake or flushed down the toilet or whatever it may be. Me, the only people that could judge me are the people that have been through the same shit that I have. Plain and simple. From what I've seen, there's no such thing as a fair trial here. I mean, look at all the shit the politicians get away with. All these rich people. They get to do all this shit. And yeah, we're living in the cancel era. And I'm going to go back to what I was saying, but I just want to say this. This cancel bullshit is stupid. I mean, people are just oh, this guy said this all this time ago. We're going to cancel him. We're going to cancel this person. We're going to do this. Cancel me, motherfuckers. Jesus. Everything. This guy said something so long ago on Twitter. You know what? You're a hater. And that's just the plain truth of it, because somewhere down the line, somewhere down the fucking line, one of you was a little racist, or a little insensitive, or a little judgmental. It's just that you weren't stupid enough to put it on Twitter. but just so you could feel better about yourself, or you're just hating on someone, you guys go to cancel. And I'm not saying that every case. There are cases where motherfuckers got what they deserved. Like good old Weinstein. That guy should be getting plugged in the ass right now. But no. Money talks. But let's take, for example, I hate John Cena. If you watch my show, I despise John Cena. I enjoy booing him. I never really liked his personality in or outside the ring. It seems like a lot of the stuff that he does is just for publicity, all the Make-A-Wish shit, everything. The whole Total Divas thing with Nikki Bella, the proposal in WrestleMania, it just seems fake. It just seems like he's doing it to maintain an image. And who can blame him? He makes a lot of money doing it. I mean, people maintain images like that all the time. That's what gets some stars into trouble. Now, this whole thing with Chris Canyon in an interview where Chris Canyon said that he was gay, and unfortunately, he committed suicide. He was actually a good talent. I liked him as Morbius back in the day, part of Raven's flock. He had talent. But he was also gay, homosexual, whatever the politically correct term was. But he was a wonderful talent, in my opinion. But John Cena went on a show and did not talk about his sexuality. He did not degrade him for that. He said in his mind that he thought he wasn't a good wrestler, in which everybody has an opinion. I just told you I didn't like him as a wrestler. You guys going to cancel me for that? Come on, people. There's a difference between having an opinion and being an asshole. I mean, sometimes, like, you guys got to ease off a bit on this whole cancellation shit. And this goes back to what I was saying. Judged by 12 or carried by 6. Now you're being judged by millions and millions of people. And yes, if you're stupid enough to go on Twitter and say something like that, then you're just throwing chum out there for the sharks. That's like blood in the water, brothers and sisters. So maybe instead of everyone going like this, you ought to just learn how to keep truchas and keep your opinion to yourself. Probably make life a lot easier, wouldn't it? Because when I say something, I say no apologies. It's who I am. And I have a right to be that person. And if you don't like it, then don't watch it. I mean, like, people sit there and they watch the most horrible shit just so they can have something to complain about. If your life is really that pathetic that you need to watch something you hate just to complain and bitch about it, that you don't even have any love for anyways, man, you're just wasting your life. You'd be out there doing something else, enjoying things. But no. People flock to this shit. It's like watching a car accident back in the day, before Twitter and everything. People just slow down to watch. God forbid they're the person in the car, but no. And they feel that little twinge. So I'd rather be carried by 6 than judged by these fucking people. Because most of these people have no idea. And what are they called now? Trolls? They're called trolls for a reason. And everybody seems to jump on the bandwagon when these trolls decide to hike them or hide themselves under someone's bridge of idiocy. And it's sad. We live in a sad, sad world. I mean, why doesn't anyone... like, there's people that are just complete assholes. I mean, look at Jennifer Lopez. I mean, she has a reputation for being a complete and total bitch throughout the years. As does Mariah Carey, as does a lot of other people. Why isn't anybody canceling them? Matter of fact, one of them's getting a big comeback, or a sort of pseudo comeback. the movies they make now, where the women are more or as dirty as men are, and it's accepted now. Men can't be as dirty as women are now because of everything that changed over. It's sad. The double standard has returned. It just switched sides. That's not cleaning shit up. That's just dumping the mud on someone else's side of the room. And men were doing it for years. No, let's get this right. Long fucking time ago, men were pigs. I never got to live through that era. I never got to live through it. I never got to experience it. Most of my life, women are... I've had women bosses. Shitload of them. Still do. So I don't get where the whole thing started. And yeah, good for women. You know, they're in power. We got a woman VP. You know, that's awesome. Should it have happened a long time ago? Maybe. I don't know. But I don't judge someone on their sexual orientation, their gender, their color, or whatever. I judge them by what they do. And if you're not producing, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man, trans or whatever, you should be fucking fired. That's it. And then stars backpedaling. Matthew Damon. What was it? Oh yeah, he used the word fag. So did Eminem. So did a lot of people. You gonna cancel all of them? I mean, if you watch Good Will Hunting, he says it. It was part of a movie. A freaking movie. And yes, people say stupid shit. It's part of their vocabulary. Sometimes people don't even know what they're saying until they say it. It's called a slip of a tongue for a reason. We hold these people up to higher standards, and they're just fucking actors. They're just people. I mean, it's not like Matt Damon's out there curing cancer. I mean, it's not like Harrison Ford's out there, like, really looking for the Ark of the Covenant. Even though that probably would have been a better movie than the Crystal Skull thing. So you guys need to lighten up. You guys need to decide what actually is really offensive and what actually isn't. Because all the bullshit that seems to be flowing through, it's just a bunch of self-righteous garbage. And yeah, people fuck up. Not everybody has a perfect life. Alright? And there are douchebags. Period. You live with it. And if it bothers you so much that you have to go on Twitter and find someone to knock down, it's a little sad. And yes, and I said, and you could rewind this, blah, 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 that there are people that deserve it in a lot different situations, but it nitpicking over every little freaking thing. It's just sad. It's sad that you guys have nothing else to do. There's a beautiful world out there. Go take advantage of it. Man, watch some fucking TV. Do something else. Enjoy your time. You only have so much of it. You want to spend your time? I mean, that's cool if you do. Who am I to judge, right? I'm just a man with a plan. With sunglasses and a knife in hand. I'm just another voice in the ether. And where it's supposed to be a sea of communication, it's just turned into a sewer. Filled with rats and floating pieces of shit. Back in the days, you used to reach out and touch someone. Now it's reach out and give them the finger. Why don't you guys start checking your own backyard before you start judging other people? Just food for thought. Anyways, I'm Jack Slater. I'm gonna step off my fucking soapbox. And I'm the comic outlaw. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.